Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites. I'm glad you could join me today for this comparison between the InkWELL Coil Bound and the InkWELL Coil Free. That's what she calls them. So this is the Coil Free, this is the Coil Bound. That kind of confuses me because I always want to call this the bound book because it's a bound book, but they don't call it that. Okay, this is 2017 calendar year. It is the flex style, the horizontal. This is 2018 calendar year, and it is the flex. I will be able to tell you the differences in the 2018 coil, like they added an extra pocket, and there's a few other changes like a project sheet, but the basic thing you're getting is the same. And what this main video is about is to help you decide if you're not sure if you want to go with the coil O-ring or if you want to go with the coil free. So this is not a whole review or walkthrough of like the layout of the InkWELL planner. I have a whole new video on that. It's an unboxing of this new coil free. And in that video, I go through a walkthrough of the entire planner for anyone that's new to InkWELL. And I show you all the new colors for 2018. And I go through all of that. I will try to remember to link that video below. So I do have a whole video on this. This will not be a walkthrough of the planner. It will not be showing you, the layout and all that because I have two separate videos on these planners and several on this one. So this is just going to help you make a decision between the coil bound or coil free. All right, first of all, if you're looking at these two, you can just tell the hardback cover adds some width. It does. It adds some thickness to your book. And there's also an extra pocket in here and an accordion pocket. I will show you too. So it adds width to your book. This book definitely just feels skinnier, and it is skinnier. Okay. And so that's the first thing. The second thing is you are taking off size-wise because this cover is bigger to accommodate for the tabs, the monthly tabs that this coil-free book does not have. And then you also need the holes and the whole O-rings. So you're taking off several inches, from that, at least a good inch and a half. It definitely feels much smaller. It feels a little bit lighter, but not a huge amount of weight is in the cover. Okay. So as you guys, if you've watched my videos, you know that this came with kind of an O-ring that was bigger from the start, and I've tried to bend it back into place. I've tried to push it. Nothing's worked. So these O-rings have not been my favorite. At times they've given me problems. Right now it's flipping fine. But just so you know that at some points, yeah, like that, my book gets stuck and it just keeps getting more and more out of place. So if you do have a defect in your book, because I did ask them, you have to let them know within 5 days of delivery. That should all be on their website. So make sure if you do see a defect in your book that you need to let them know within 5 days of delivery. Okay, so first of all, it's smaller. You don't have the rings to deal with. But this one has a hard cover. It's a good hard chipboard. And so when you want to write in your book, it definitely, if you're someone who wants to be able to write on the go, definitely being able to fold it over and to be able to have that hard cover and to be able to write on your lap, in the car, outside, anywhere on the go, that is a plus to this book, that you can fold it over and have only half your week showing. It takes up, less room on your desk, whereas this one has to be all the way open if you need to see your week, on your desk. So it takes up that much more room. Okay, so that is a plus. And also this gives you nothing hard to write on. So I've mentioned this in my unboxing video, but already I've started planning some things in this for 2018 because, I really want to use it. And try it out and see how it goes. I put my stickies in here that I always use. If you watch my videos, I put them for events that are not, for sure in place yet, like this. So I always stick them in the front covers of my planners. I will tell you, I knew from her videos this might be a problem, but I still wanted to try the bound book. But I am not a fan of their cover design. I'm not. I'm sad to say. I love InkWELL Press, and I'm really not trying to, you know, put them down or anything, because I love just so much about InkWELL Press. I do. And this is just their first year trying to do a coil free. So I'm hoping for an improvement next year. But this cover, just number one, I want it to be I want it to be a hard cover on the outside. And I want it to have a ribbon to keep my place. And I want there to be a pocket in the back. And I would really like a band too, like on the on the coiled. So these are all the things I feel are lacking. This cover is not great. Every time I pick it up, the cover literally comes open. It's the way it's designed. Now it won't come all the way off because it is hooked here into the back. So I stuck this card in here because she said that's where you could stick papers since there's no pocket. But since the cover pretty much flips off like every time I pick up my book when it's open, so basically I guess you're not supposed to pick up your book when it's open because it flops just completely open and the cover comes off. So to me that's not cool, because I need it to be a hardbound book. I need to be able to walk around with it open and write in it, or even have it on my lap and write in it, and it's just not stable enough for that. This cover is just a really thick cardstock. So I don't think it's going to rip or anything, but I do think that, it's not a great design for me. It's so basically it's going to keep coming off. I am going to try to get maybe a big paper clip or a binder clip and see how that works, if it will still let this slide in and out on that. I will get that and try that later on in this video and show you guys so you can know. So those are my qualms. Basically the cover, I want it to be hardbound. I also want to have pretty cover designs like her new 2018s. We only got, a plain choice in the coil free. And I would have liked, that's great, do a plain one for the people who want that. But I would have liked there to be, a cover choice like the journals, a patterned cover, and like some of the other planner covers. I would have loved this cover. So I understand it's just their first year and they're learning. All right, you get all the same pages inside. And like I said, this is not going to be a review on the inside because we have other stuff for that. But so you don't get a pocket. And so to stick a paper in here, you have to open it, stick the paper, then close the book. And I have found that it doesn't always stay in when you're open and writing in it. And so, yeah, because the cover can easily come open like that and then your card comes out. So yeah, that's not a surefire way to carry anything in it. But here's the positives about this coil free. I absolutely love no rings. I've had bound planners before, so I know this. And I know that I also do want a hard cover, and that's why I know I want those other things in there. But I love having no rings. To lay out my month and to just have the whole month laid out like that, as opposed to having rings in the middle, and I can't write anything on Wednesday without flipping the book open, and then still the rings are in my way. And, yeah, it's basically just Wednesday there. And then on the weekday pages, it's basically my 3 boxes. But my 3 boxes are really important to me. If you've watched any of my other videos, I use them for my appointments or my go-tos for the day. So an errand we have to do or an appointment I have to be at. And so I have to write in these boxes a lot, and the rings get in my way. So those are important boxes to me. And yeah, the rings are in the way. So I love having no rings. I love it being more compact because there's no rings. Love it. I do miss having tabs already, and I've only planned a little bit in it. So I do wish they would add the hard cover and tabs. I mean, yes, the cover has to come out a little bit to, cover your tabs. But that's okay with me if it had a hard cover like this and monthly tabs, because I can already tell I miss my monthly tabs. I miss, having any way to mark my page. I miss having a folder. So in the coil bound, you have this band, which comes on the back, which I love having if you need to throw this in a bag. The bound book would be even easier to throw in a bag if she would have just connected a band. and a hard cover. And when you don't want to use it, it can just go on the inside of the cover. This hardcover book also comes with an accordion pocket, which perfectly fits InkWELL Press's sewn journals. So if you want a whole extra book to keep notes in, and your planner really does shut, well, other than my problematic coil, and it lays flat, you can still write in it. I've tried it. It works perfectly. It's great. I love that feature. So I wish I had a hardcover on this bound book with the same accordion pocket that I could do the same thing with. I will also miss this pocket. And this year she's added even more to this pocket. It's a really good pocket, front and back, really sturdy. And this year she's added in the middle, so it dips down a little bit here, and it's a third pocket in the middle for you. So yeah, there's going to be a pocket right down the middle of the 2018s. So I miss these pockets. I miss the band. I miss having a hard cover to write on, and I miss the tabs for sure. But I do not miss the rings. I know that I can't take up half as much space on my desk and turn it over, but that's okay with me, because this being able to write flat and not having the rings ever in my way outweighs that for me. I understand that's not going to be the same for everyone. That's why I'm just telling you everything, and it's, you know, it's your decision. So yeah, those are the only changes from book to book. And yeah, if you want to see a full walkthrough of what's in the 2018 planner, view my unboxing video of this planner. I also show you my journals in that video because they came in the same order, and I got all 3 of her journals. So if you want to see the same covers and hear about the journals too, and there's a full walkthrough of this planner for even those who are not familiar with InkWELL, it will take you all the way through it. So other than that, you have the exact same items in the planner. Those are the things you don't have. You don't have an accordion pocket, and this is where the planner won't come off at the back, in case that's hard to understand. So that is where it is hooked to. At the back, it's where it's hooked in, and there's the whole spine sewn together. So they're sewn in all these little books, and then sewn together, and then put like this clear coating on. I know I don't know any of the right technical words for that, but so the book folds over like that. And here is the problematic part. This little cover always coming out of there. I'm not sure who thought that was a great idea. You can't hold it up without it coming out. Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna go get the paper clips to try with that and show you guys. Okay guys, I grabbed some things to try here. Now, number 1, I don't really want to have to put something on my cover to ruin it. And number 2, because this page has to move when you open it, you know, it's just the function of it. It has to go in and out when you open it. I don't know that this clip system is going to work if it's going to clip too tight on the middle part and it can't move. So if I clip like this small binder clip on here, let's see. Yeah, see, it won't let it open down flat. I'll have to pull it every time, you know, so it will release the middle enough for it to lay down flat. And then I have that bump in that upper corner there. So that's, and see, then closing, yeah, that's not going to work because the binder clip holds too tightly and it can't get back in there. So that's not really going to work. I doubt this big paper clip's going to work. But let's just try this big mama. Okay, that's going to add a big bump even if it worked. Yeah, I mean, it's too tight, so you have to pull it out. I don't know what will work here. If anybody thinks of anything. It's because the cover needs to slide in and out every time, but then this flaps off and open. Yikes. Maybe if this just went to the inside one? Just, yeah, but no, it still needs to slide. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to be a solution for this. Maybe some people will come up with solutions. There's a magnet clip. It actually, and this is a really strong magnet clip. These are from Container Store. They are the Ollie, is that how you say it? O-L-I brand. Let's see if it'll focus in on that. I got a package from the Container Store of them for like $5 for $10. They're really strong. So I have some of the normal magnet page markers that won't take more than like really 1 page. They're not very strong at all. But this is really strong, but it's letting the cover slide open and shut. So that might be my answer, but then there's a big bump up there. Yeah, so I'm not sure about that big bump because it's gonna affect my writing on every single Monday. So I would have to like take it off when I'm writing in my planner and put it back on. That won't help me because the whole point is one. So I mean, right now I'm just thinking I'm not going to be able to put anything on there. So that's where I am, and that's what I'm thinking. I want them to improve the cover next year and make it hardbound and add tabs and add a elastic band like the other one and add a pocket. Yeah, those are the things I want for next year, but I love the coil free. I just want those things fixed. So those are my initial thoughts after only literally planning some stuff on it for like an hour. So as the year goes on, I will definitely report back to you guys. My planner is not one that leaves my house very much. It might leave like once a month or twice a month my house for a meeting to plan my next meeting so that I have my schedule with me and everything. But that's the only time my planners really leave the house. And I still haven't decided if this, I'm going to try this out for my main planner next year. And I'm also going to try out my ERIN CONDREN and probably go back and forth. And one of them might end up being my fitness food planner or something like that. So anyway, but I'm definitely going to try planning 2018 in this one. So that is my review on the foil free versus the foil bound. So I hope that was helpful to you guys trying to make that decision. All right, guys, have a great day, and we will see you next time. Happy planning.